One of the most interesting things about talking to him...
You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange?
So from a lot of the stuff that he's talking about the game world, he's talking about the things that are happening within the game. And he's talking about his character and what his purpose is here. And so that effectively, what we're doing is that we're sort of discussing, we're having this sort of discursive about the game and the design and how everything is sort of relevant to other parts of the game.
Aha! So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear twined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? Say, why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted.
So effectively, he's telling you some of the different problems that are going on and some of the things that are occurring within the game. And yet at the same time, he's also sort of talking in code in a sense. He's talking in the world. He's talking about the game in a language that sort of reflects the game, which is oftentimes very different from a lot of games, because a lot of games are also oftentimes very upfront about what they're doing. They sort of spend a lot of time speaking in English in a world of characters that is very much removed from what we might understand as what is normal. And as a result of that, his character is much more apparent to us in that he has a clear definition of what it is that he wants and a clear definition of how he's trying to get those things. That's basically an enemy that's trying to hurt us. And the bonfire is close. We are very close to the bonfire. And see, when I say that we're very close to the bonfire, and when I talk about the verticality of this game, we're actually at the bonfire that we started at before we went to the first boss. So the verticality of this game is also one of the unique aspects of its architecture, is that it's not a game that's spread out like a lot of games are that would necessarily be called open world games. It's a game that's very much sort of vertically oriented, where you can go up and down through the world by accessing different sort of middle points, or rather by accessing sort of access points throughout the game. In this case, we kicked down a ladder, and it allowed us to sort of access a point that was much higher in the game world than we were previously able to access. And this happens throughout. There's a lot of different shortcuts that get created as you play through the game.